Hello and welcome back to my channel. If I look the same, it's because it's the same day from my last video, and I basically just was like, you know what, my last video was a reading wrap up. I need to film this book haul and especially need to film my July TBR. So I am just gonna get to it and film it so I can just keep it moving because I need to get started on my July books. First, we're going to do the book haul. So there is books that I bought recently and rebooks that I found cleaning up my office closet, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to, why are these books just literally thrown in the closet, and they need to go on my shelf, and their names need to go inside my TBR jar, because I need to read these books to see if I like them, and if I don't like them, then they can be donated so somebody else can possibly read it and possibly love it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so let's get into, I guess, the books that were in the closet, so we can get those out the way. So the first book is The Whispering Muse by, I don't know if it's Juan or John. Yeah. So it is this book, and this book is, from my understanding, it is about like a voyage type of thing that also has Greek mythology. That is what I got from it. In reading the front, and it was also, I guess, rewritten type of thing, because it was probably written in like another language or something like that. I don't know. I've been having this book for a while, and it's like every time I think I want to read it, I just don't. And I'm like, you know what, I need to put this on my list of reading so I can read it, see if I like it, see if I don't like it, and figure out what to do from it then, because there's no point in just me having it setting up, collecting dust, and I don't even know like what it's about or if I even like it. So this is one of the books. The next book that I also had for a very, very long time is this one, and this is The Secret History of Costa Guana, and it's by Juan Gabriel Vasquez, and it looks like this. And this book, I think this book is about Guam or something. I don't really know. Okay, to be honest, I really got this book because I freaking loved the cover, and I thought the cover was very, very beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. And I really don't know what it's about, and that's probably why I never even read it or cared to read it. I don't know. It's about travels, and I guess it's a make-believe place, which is based off of real places. We will figure this out. If I pick this out of my TBR jar, we will figure it out, because I have no freaking clue. Gossip by Beth Gotchion. And I don't know what this book is either. I also found this book at the Dollar Tree. For some reason it says bestseller. I don't know. From a lot of the quotes and what this other book is about, it was very, in my opinion, religious. So I'm starting to think this book could be like, you know, that type of religion type of thing. But we will see. The cover is nice. That's why I picked it up. I'm always attracted to like really pretty covers, and that could just screw me over at the end. These two. This one is called When You Leave by Monica Ropal. And it's, I don't know, it says it's fiction. It says sometimes the answer is worse than the question. And then it says, Cass has a theory. Someone eventually leaves. Her father walks out. Her mother is starting a new family, and she almost lost her best friend to cancer. When Cass transfers to a preppy new private school, her plan is to stay anonymous by hiding her skater girl veneer plaid skirt and knee socks, but when her cute locker neighbor, Cooper, takes an interest in Cass, keeping a safe distance isn't easy, and when Cass lets her guard down, the unthinkable happens. Cooper is mysteriously murdered. Dun dun dun. So yeah, that is that book. Okay, and the next one, which I will be reading next month, because I did find the first book, because this is the second book. I did find the first book, audiobook style, you know, on my Ropla, is that what it's called? No, Hoopla app. This is basically a library of books and audiobooks and movies and stuff like that, which you use your library card to check out those type of things. And my library is, you know, partnered or whatever with them. So yeah, I do that. So I did find the first book, because for some reason I always, when I get books from like Dollar Tree, they always have the second book or the third book, but they never have the first book. So yeah, so this is Rise of Fire by Sophie Jordan, and it's the second book, and it says the sequel to Reign of Shadows. Reign of Shadows is the first book, and I will be reading both of those in the month of August. So yes, that is that. We're getting into that. I need to tell you what my July TBR consists of. So from my TBR, I didn't even put these in the jar. I was like, you know what, let me just grab 2 books and read them for the month of July, so I can get this TBR list down, because I do have a lot of I also have a lot of ebooks that I need to read. I just got 2 more. But anyways, the month of July I will be reading The Sweet Life by Dulce Candy. So I will be reading this. And I will also be reading this, The Gossip one. We figure out what this book is about, and we'll also figure out what this one is about. But this one comes off more like a, I guess, under self-help. That's what I would put it under, to be honest, from my perspective of what I think it is. But we will also figure out what this one is and see if it is like one of those religious type of books. The other books I will be, let's see. Other books I will be listening to is Caraval. I will be listening to that because I am so freaking interested in knowing what happened in that book, because all I know is about 2 sisters, and they go to like this carnival type of thing, and things happen, and someone becomes missing, and that's all I know. And I'm very interested because every time I'm on Instagram and I'm looking like at the books on like the popular page or whatever it's called nowadays, and then you know how if you click a picture that you like and then you scroll, you know, you can see other pictures like kind of related to that. This book is like in everybody's picture, and I have to know what it is. I have to know what it's about, and then, to be honest, I will probably purchase the book if I like it. So that is the first book I'm reading, and I'm also gonna, they have the second book on there too, so I can get the first and the second one out the way. They are really long books. Let's see. So since I'm doing them audiobook style, they are, the first one is 10 hours and 19 minutes. And the second one is 11 hours and 20 minutes. And the second one is a legendary. So I read the first one, I read the second one, and then I eventually need to figure out the third one. Because I know there's a third one. So let me get through at least these 2 and see how I like it. So those are the 2 books I will be reading. And the next one I will be reading is called Good Girls Stay Quiet by Jo Cassidy. I was very, very interested when I read the description about this. And usually I don't read the description, but I wanted something different. I feel like I read a lot of YA books, a lot of fantasy, a lot of like paranormal, but I want to read like, I'm saying that even though this one is also a teen book, but this has horror in it, and I want to get more into horror books and reading more horror books. Yeah, even though I'm still looking for 2 old Stephen King books, I will find those at a garage sale. I know I will. That's my hope. So I would be reading, so I am going to be reading this one. And if you forgot what it's called Good Girl Stay Quiet by Joe Cassidy. It's 8 hours and 18 minutes long. And yeah, that is all on my actual TBR. So there is, I guess, 5 books. 5 books I will be reading this month. Which I feel like that isn't bad. I mean, other people probably like, you know, like that's kind of small. But to me, 5 books is perfect. Especially since Carnival and Legendary are very, very long, thick books. Like 10 and 11 hours. That's a long time for me. Especially with everything I have going on. That I feel like I have a great balance here. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video about the books I bought and the books that I'm going to be reading on my TBR. And as I'm talking about ending this, I just remembered I did get 2 new ebooks that I need to add to the TBR jar, because my ebooks is getting out of hand. Like, I keep getting these Nook books, and they're like piling up. I want to get to them because they all sound very, very interesting. First one is Bellamy and the Brute. Basically, it is a book of like a remake take on Beauty and the Beast, and it's by Alyssa Michaels. And the second book is Alice by J.M. Sullivan, and I'm pretty sure that is a retake of Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, I really like Alice in Wonderland. So when there's a book telling another story about it or have aspects of Alice, I'm very intrigued. But that is all of the books I bought. All of my TBR for July. This video is so freaking long, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.